So, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is what I look like. So anyway, been playing a bit off screen, stream, Jesus Christ, can't talk already. And I found a whole bunch of things to do. Basically, I cross-referenced a map of areas that I had been to find any sites of grace that I had missed. And I think I missed maybe 4. And I had about as many that that site didn't have. So I'm sure there's even more that neither of us had. But by and large, it's pretty damn thorough. But I have a goddamn to-do list here. 22-point to-do list. Whole bunch of talking. People I found that I thought were gone. So yeah, let's just get right to it. First and foremost, here I am in the roundtable hold. Because when I went over here to get my smithing done, I was like, wait a minute. Why is that door open? I made some progress with that as well, kind of. As soon as I went off stream, when I was like, oh, I don't remember what to do. And then I realized, like, oh, she told me to go get something from the underground. And then I was like, oh, it's that chest that talked about destiny. And it was, so that's already got. Anyway, here's Fia, the deathbed companion, and the guy she told me to give the knife to, I guess. D's bell bearing. Yeah, I'll show her.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place.
Why didn't you walk across?
The stolen hallow brand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well. Though I ask you deliver this message to the round table hall.
But you're right here.
I am Fia, deathbed companion, hark round table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn, the exalted. We who humbly live in death, live in waiting. To one day, welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object? Our Lord will rise, the Lord of the many and the meek.
I haven't done that yet, actually, no. I talked to that guy in the keep. Yeah. I talked to that guy in Stormville Keep and actually completely forgot he existed. And I just now learned that he's sitting over here. He's on my to-do list also for this place. So anyway, here's Roger. We met him briefly in Stormvale Keep, just standing around and yeah, I don't know.
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
Yeah, just ignore Sean for a sec. I hadn't actually done what he's talking about.
Ah, so you've met D.
He's dead.
He is an old friend.
He's dead.
We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
He was in the other room for most of the game, dude.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Oh.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me.
I don't remember him not being able to move.
I've no use for it anymore.
He's just hanging out in that church past the annoying birds. That's all I knew.
Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, sure.
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? That the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever. Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
But you told me I was scary. So, I do believe I have what he's talking about. No, this is something else. Oh, speaking of which, curse grown on the body defiled by the Dung Eater. Pretty sure that's the dude in this back room. Now that I've rewatched the opening cutscenes and relearned some things. Pretty sure this is Mr. Dung Eater. He certainly looks like the dude that was hanging in that opening cutscene. I know, hold on, Jesus. Already backseating. I don't think he's got anything fun. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I actually can't talk to him at the moment. I might have to like rest or something. Okay, he's not very talkative anymore. Anyway, I also started the quest for that annoying mage guy that I wish I could kill that works for Granny. And she wanted me to give a potion to that barbarian looking lady. And this guy's kind of her keeper, uncle, dad person. And he had a dialogue option for her too. About Ensha?
Oh, my apologies for that.
The fuck is that, actually?
Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret.
That's something else.
But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore.
Okay.
There are 4 more demigods yet to be located. Mikola of the Halig Tree, the Unalloyed. His twin, Melania, the undefeated swordswoman. Luna Princess Rani, daughter to Renala. And
okay, just tell us who it is.
Known as the Lord of Blood. Rani is said to have cast aside her great rune. So here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. If you should learn anything of these matters, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known only to me. We both desire to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. As such, I hope we are compelled to work together.
Oh no. Not a guy that I forgot existed. You dead yet? Ugh. Okay, well I thought I had to give something to somebody. Anyway, this is the thing that I found in Nokron, the Eternal City. Hidden treasure of Eternal City, believed to have been born of a corpse. Blood-drenched fetish is proof of high treason committed by the Eternal City and symbolizes its downfall. Cannot be wielded by those without fate, but is said to be able to harm the greater will and its vassals. And that's what Granny wants me to get. Nobody down here, huh? I thought that that guy wanted me to give something to the person here. Sylva's potion. Find Nefali. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the barbarian lady. I don't know where she went though, so... Oh well. I thought I could talk to this guy about her, but it turns out that that's just I don't know who the fuck Ensha is. Is that the guy that went crazy that was standing against the wall early on? I don't know.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse.
Oh, this is different.
I can smell it on you. The box, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital.
No, it's fine.
I can kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
I don't want the pox to be my own. I just want to kill that guy. I don't think this lady has anything new to say. No. Alright, so I think that's it for here. For now. Let's see, let's just start low. Found this guy that I totally forgot about before. He wanted me to get something for him, and I did. That guy out of the way so I can have a conversation.
Oh, you found the unalloyed gold needle.
Totally forgot about this guy. I don't think I did this on stream when I talked to him.
The secret of Celia, right here. Go on. It's yours.
Celia's
Now
secret.
let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
Sure. Alright, so he gave me a note. Note given by Sage Gower, dealing the secret he promised. The town of Celia hides the source. Light 3 flames atop the candle towers to break the seal. I did. Yes. Thanks for the tip. quest or something. Maybe he'll talk to me again. Hui. Yeah, seems like it. Mushrooms and buds and dead trees. This whole area is full of them. It's a miserable place to be. All right.
I have awaited your return.
Oh, good.
The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind.
Okay.
Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yonder, tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
She's the heavy breather up here.
If you are wise, you will my flesh.
Yeah, you said that already.
You
Have a needle.
ask that I stab myself with the needle.
Yep, in the eyes.
To quell the scarlet rot.
Yep.
But how? Never mind. I've decided I would rather trust you than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment?
Yes.
Well, that was easier than expected. But why do I feel so?
It's a good sign. Let's rest. Hopefully. Had enough of her shit. Oh, she's up.
I hoped to see you again. My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you. Everything is as you said. Since inserting the needle, the scarlet rot has ceased to writhe. Even the nightmares have abated. And now, though I can scarcely believe it myself, I can move as I please. Not that I could ever truly repay you, but I would like you to have this, by way of thanks. A token though it is.
Neat. I guess. Put that in the pile. Dexterity?
I'm considering leaving. On a journey. With the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Millicent. I pray fate permits us meet again.
Alright. Well, I guess she's about to leave on a journey now, too. Guess we can head over to Sage Guy and see if he actually wanted to reward me. Better have some fucking prawns. I miss the hand glider from Zelda. It's the real reason this game's open world isn't as good.
Thank you kindly for giving the needle to Millicent. Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye. You've been
Just the
a
one eye?
saint through. As thanks,
Oops.
I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Selians.
Nobody cares. Study sorcery. No. Guess I can leave a person mark on him. I guess let's mark him as a shop. He's got shit for sale. What else? What else? Alright, well, I guess on to the lakes. Let's start here. I found her. The lady who wants them grapes.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's me again.
Would you donate any Shabiri grapes in your possession to me?
Yeah.
I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light. And when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes. Hello? Would you donate any? I'm on a pilgrimage, and when I eat one of the...
Where's the...
Hello? Would you donate? I'm on a
Do I
pilgrimage.
not have any? I could have sworn I had another one. The hell do I get another one even? I guess I only have the next one. Or whatever. Well, anyway. See you later. Enjoy standing there. Alright. Yeah, sure.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me! I'm stuck! Ah, hello. How nice it is to see a friendly face. As you can surmise, I've got myself stuck in another hole. Would you mind helping me out again? My thanks in advance.
Even though
I
you're
know
full
you're
of
the man for
people,
the job. You know what
supposedly.
to do, hmm? Give me a good smack from behind with something nice and big. No, don't worry about my wound sustained at the festival. I'm stuck back together good and proper. Just give it your all. Ah! Please! Wait. I can feel my lower half is stuck on something. I don't think you can get me out just by hitting me this time. Let's think. Perhaps there's a way to slide me out a little more smoothly. What if I could somehow be made slip?
Oops. What, you want like lube or something?
Let's think. I mean, what if I could
I'm not seeing any like option to use anything on him. Okay, well you enjoy being stuck here too, I guess. What else? What else? Found the white mask person from the very beginning of the game. Asked me to join their organization before I understood anything, and I said no. Where the hell are we?
Be sure to try that finger I gave you. There's no reason to dither. The tarnished were spurned by grace, forsaken by the two fingers. And now they ask you to mend their crumbling world? Your loyalties are misplaced with them.
Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't even know what fingers he wants me to try. The Two Fingers organization or whatever, I guess. And yet he's like hanging out here, being totally trustworthy looking. I don't know, man.
Very well. Mistake kindness for frailty of heart, then perhaps you, maidenless runt. Who do you think I am?
Were. Who do I think you were? And I have no idea. Anyway, moving on. I found another cave that led to a person and a wolf.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Oh, that was a long time ago. There was a dude in the town of the Albnarks that told me to find this girl and gave me half of the medallion.
Oh. Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you?
That was a long time ago.
Then I have no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna, an Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier.
You don't look like the rest of them.
Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute.
Who?
I hope that you will forgive me. The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Sure.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erdtree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold.
Yeah, but I need that to use the Grand Lift of Rold.
Then I suppose it's time.
Guess there must be another way
Farewell,
around.
Lobo. My faithful wolf, my better half. I will go with the tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me,
Seems to
Lobo.
be dead for a while now. TBH. Wait, what? Alright.
Call upon me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
Well, another one done. So I don't really know what left side of the lake means in relation to finding another grape, because that's a pretty big area, and I've already been all over it. Except for the spot that I can't get up to, so... oh, I almost forgot. I didn't mark this one. Finally found Blade, the wolf man. I actually went back here. Oh, game's closed. All right, all right. It's only happened like twice so far in the entire playthrough. Alright, anyway. South of the goal. I presume you mean this one. Anyway. Go thereafter. So anyway, yeah, I went to this, I don't know why I'm saying goal. It's not goal. It's pronounced jail. Jail. G-A-O-L, jail. Anyway, I heard wolf howling from here. And it was like, oh, he's...
I don't understand. Why would E.G. do this? I could never intend harm to Lady Rani. What's he thinking?
So the wolf was locked in here by the giant blacksmith guy. I'm not sure, but I have a hunch blacksmith guy can give his piece as well. We'll see. Sorry, lots of load screens this stream so far.
Well, my fellow, how may I serve you? As war counselor? Or as blacksmith?
Why is Blade in the Everjail?
I presume you've spoken with Blythe?
Blythe, okay.
There is something you should know. The Two Fingers gave Blythe to Lady Rani as a faithful follower. Her very shadow, incapable of treachery. But if Lady Rani, as an Empyrean, resists being an instrument of the Two Fingers, the shadow will go mad, transforming from a follower into a horrid curse. But such is his destiny. In such matters, Blythe's own thoughts hold no weight. It pains me so. But he must be neutralized. For Lady Rani's sake.
The hell is that? Random thing? Sure, okay. Alright. I guess I can go here. Oh. Y'all got any grapes? What? Edgar the Revenger? Why am I... Oh, this is the dude from the place. Stop it, you look like an idiot. Oh, there's one. Okay, I don't really know why I was here ages ago. I guess that guy had to leave the round table to trigger that little event. Anyway, I guess I can go give that girl a grape. Just live grapes. Hey, bae, you want a grape fresh off the Edgar vine?
Hello? Would you donate him on a pilgrim when I eat? Oh.
Have a grape.
Now I can feel the distant light once more. That aside, I wonder what Shabriri grapes really are. Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing. What a sight they must be to behold.
They're human eyes.
No. That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own... So those noises I heard were... Sorry. I'm all right now. Don't mind me. I apologize. You only did as I asked. I'll be fine. Think no more of it. I apologize. I'll be fine.
Anyway, cool. I guess she'll be on her way. Or maybe I need to rest and she'll... Don't you throw those up. Those aren't easy to get. Lady.
I apologize. I'll be fine.
Keep him down. You're gonna love the next one I have for you. She gone? No, she's still here. She's sitting down. No, she's not sitting down. She's standing up.
Is that you over there?
Be on your way.
I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat. The distant light is far and frail, so faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Nice.
I've gleaned something, I'm certain.
Alright, well I guess her resolve is strengthened. Anyway, I don't give a shit about Granny or her stupid cronies. I'm gonna go free Blide. I don't know what you're talking about. This is just my face. The Albinaric mask. Mask with the largely unaltered hide of a young Albinaric. Raises arcane but reduces HP recovery effects of the flask. I didn't read that description. I kinda... That sucks. I like it, but it's bad. Warcry from Godskin, Albinaric hide mask, the product of malicious mockery. It reduces the healing from flasks? Oh man. Look at this. Looks awful. Here, this is better. Very good. Sage hood. Eh. Godskin Apostle hood's kind of neat looking. Doesn't exactly match, but the crazy Chihuahua head. Pile of Squid's head. The Gates strikes. Land octopus worn directly in the head has a lingering warmth reminiscent of human skin. Those who withstand the smell will find its organic elasticity excellent for negating strikes. Oh my god, I have a lot of gilded foot soldier hats. Aristocrat hat. I guess I'll go back to this hood. That healing pot reduction's like one of the main things that can't jive with. What a drawback. Dadgummit. I just need a mod that makes all hats look like that.
I don't understand. I could never intend.
Alright, let's go, baby. My best friend, Blade.
My thanks, friend. I'm going to see Mistress Rani now. I don't know what came over old E.G., but even if the odds are slim, I need to check the Mistress is safe. Now, Rani can finally set in motion the fight against her fate she's dreamt of for so long. I'm going to see Mistress... I don't know,
All right,
even
cool.
if the odds are...
Alright, that's another one down. Should remember to mark these random vendors that I haven't murdered. Red Point Ruins. I'm pretty sure that's where the mage lady is. No, it turns out that that was misunderstood. You can kind of customize some equipment, but it's mostly taking off capes and stuff. Tragic. Hopefully, I mean, maybe mods will make that a better reality at some point, but currently, yeah, it's not in the game. What else? Well, I already know about one thing, so sorry for spoiling it for myself. I know the eyeball lady goes here. Roughly. I know that. Oh, I did not know she went exactly here, so I guess surprise to me.
Oh, hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes?
Why, yes, I have.
Special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers. I would truly love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore.
She seems like she's losing it.
Could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
I think with one, she's gonna go mad. So let's look at this. I got this off of a crazy guy in an area where people were grasping their heads and shooting mind lasers, and there was like an eye of Sauron that drives you mad. It was weird. Eyeball of the Night Vike, inflamed yellow, seared with a repulsive fingerprint burn akin to those that marred his entire body off. Offered it to the blind maiden, it will lead her to the source of the distant light, allowing her to become a finger maiden. If you say so.
There, please. Without one, I don't...
Enjoy. Savor it.
Oh, a fingerprint grape. Tried and true. What a wondrous thing. A fingerprint grape. Oh, how sweet. Yet, how it burns. Thank you. I've composed myself again. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you. Thank you. I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden.
Yeah, alright. I rest and chat with her again. Oh, she's gone. Okay. There's one other thing that I forgot to do that I noticed. It's like in random fields, I don't know if it's like specific random fields or just any random open field areas without NPCs. I had an option. Not here. So just keep an eye out. I have the option to chat with my bootleg maiden that I met at the beginning of the game that gave me the horse. Maybe this one? Talk to Melina.
The Erd Tree is close. Only a little further till the foot of the Erd Tree. And the accord is fulfilled.
Alright, I'm
It
taking
takes
her
me
there.
back. I was born at the foot of the Erd Tree, where Mother gave me my purpose. Though now, everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless.
Lovely conversation we just had. But anyway, while I was exploring over here, I found a number of people to talk to. The priest of the two fingers with the big old wheel around his neck, who bailed from the hold round table pizza. He's up on this hill here, but or off the road, I think. Where are you at, buddy? Oh, maybe he was up another level. Where he at? Where he at? Oh, he just blends in, that's all. Hear that? It's the sound of wolves coming for us. Let's have a conversation.
Look who we have here. How delightful to meet a familiar face.
even after departing the Round Table Hold.
Is that
I've
Eminem
been
under
doing
there?
some learning of my own since then,
Is
actually.
that the real Slim
And
Shady?
will happily pass it along to you. I'm yet to find the noble gold mask. I suppose he'll be closer to the Erd Tree. The path ahead might be perilous, but tread it I shall. Since departing the Round Table Hold, I've come to understand, in my solitude, how little it is I truly know. I'm yet to find, I suppose, the path ahead.
Well, let me tell you,
How little it
he's next on my list. I'm pretty sure I found him up a little bit north. Look at all these goodies. I don't know if giving prayer books actually does anything. I thought I saw that I could give them to the giant turtle, and I would rather him have them. Or maybe I'm misreading, I don't know. Anyway, there's a windmill village up here. I could go deeper, but I have not because it looked neat. There's another person over here. I think it was one of those creepy husk finger fortune teller ladies. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You. Please. I can read them. Your fingers. Please, your fingers.
You want to please my fingers?
Oh, bless you.
Did you?
To the east, ruins of gold. To the west, the serpent's sacrilege. Wherever the path leads, so shall you.
Oh, your fingers!
Wherever the path leads, only more sorrow.
I don't know her methodology to read my fingers, but
Tis a curse.
sure are wet.
A curse. The curse of Queen Marika.
Not America. Okay. Anyway, let's go up to the windmills. It seemed neat here. People are like celebrating, I guess. Everybody's dancing. They've got flowers on their shitty little huts. Wait, what? Oh, right. Ladies. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You guys seem more sensible. Do you understand what's happening out here? Are you dead? Oh shit, they're pissed. Alright, they're dead. I thought they seemed sensible, but no. They were the least sensible. So there's no dudes here. Can't help but notice. Windmill City. Unless there are dudes here. I can't really... These are kind of gender neutral zombies. With the cackles of old women. Alright, continue up the hill, I guess. ladies. But that well ain't doing work. Got some goodies. It's like a job for the horse. Come on. Feathers, you say? What in the hell? Well, there's another more chill lady that's going to be the opposite of chill. A holy proof dried liver. Okay. Anything else down this side path? Doesn't look like it. There's not even music. I'm so confused and upset by this whole ordeal. Who's pissed? Someone's bringing a big stick. I've upset the ladies. Don't quit partying on my behalf. But you guys, you don't like being interrupted, I guess. This is so weird. Salted flesh. Yeah. Godskin Apostle. What? Just right here? Ooh, the blender! Technique of the gods. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's a wiggler. That's a long body. Oh, really? That's a massive range. Yeah, that boss is tremendously easy. Got to see each of its attacks pretty much once. Just need to throw a rock at her to finish her off, I guess. Or it, or whatever the fuck that is. Not this time. Okay, I guess you're still hitting me. Alright, well, Godskin Peelers. Scouring Black Flame. Party's canceled, ladies. I killed the Godskin, snake person or whatever. Okay, alright. Then we got a bunch of nothing here, otherwise. That was weird. I don't understand the significance of anything happening here. Alright, that's it. That's enough. Don't spit blood at me. Okay, well, I guess we're on top of the world over here. Got so many things to do. Let's head back down to the entrance of the village and go to where I think I saw Godmask just chilling. Godmask? Goldmask. Not God. Not to be confused with Godwin, Godfrey, and Godric. It's a nice area. Some nice plains and more partying old ladies. And yeah, here was this bridge, and I looked out on it, and it's like, who the fuck that be? And I do believe that is none other than the Gold Mask from the intro. Same guy that priest fella's looking for. Huh. Sure is. Is that him? Sure is weirder than I expected. Yes, the tree. Yes, everybody sees the tree. Okay, maybe this isn't a Gold Mask. I imagine Gold Mask actually talks. Now, to stab him in the back or not to stab him in the back? I'll hold back for now. So I went back to Rykard's place for some reason. I don't know why I teleported here. I think I was looking for another underground place that I was supposedly missing a Divine Grace for. And there just happened to be somebody here. Which was peculiar. Are they eating it?
Oh, you...
Oh, it's that lady.
Time. Our Lord's carcass is vast, and not easily consumed.
Wait, what?
Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together. Dear Rykard, I wish one day...
Can I attack? I kind of want to kill her. I don't know, man. You know what? You just keep on eating your boss, I guess. I found a little castle on the outskirts that we saw from above before. Wasn't kidding. I had a 22 bullet point list here of things to do. The low road under some cliffs and stuff, and there's a little keep here. Bunch of flame weapons, flame people, flame tanks. Just gonna go right to the door and get the hell out of this area. It looks like we got... Is that Havel? Of Dark Souls fame? Not quite. Okay, you look like something else. Have a knife. What the fuck? Get the... Where the hell did you even come from, man? Oh shit, he's got spins. Okay, If you really want to die first, then more power to you. Prelates Inferno Crozier. Pronounced expertly, I might add. Let's read this description for some reason. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Colossal hammer with the appearance of roiling flames. Weapon of the prelates who would lead the fire monks. Its heft represents the weight of the guardianship. Hammer's head is unusually substantial and strong attacks will fling their foes into the air. 116. Well, hello, dead people. Eek, the wretched fools. Who said that, and why didn't I hear anything, actually? Empty chest, they'll never find me. Peculiar. They'll never find me. There's some invisible fella up here. Perhaps. Fire Scorpion Charm. I'll survive, I swear it. I'll be back soon at the Volcano Manor. Is that the guy who was talking? Also, I guess that's why I couldn't hear him, because ghosty people do not make noise when you talk, but they talk. Presume that was the guy who was saying no one will find him for whatever reason. He's gonna survive by hiding there. I guess that was it for this place? Kind of weird. This is a small little keep. It's like 80% courtyard. Huh. All right. Well. Weird. I guess, let's go fight something. Just cross another thing off my list. Uh-oh, we're dropping frames? Uh-oh. No, we're okay. We dropped 390 frames at some point. But that's like, I don't know, like 6 seconds or something over the course of an hour. So I figured now that I'm a little bit higher level, I'm just gonna go wall up this dragon right quick until he leaves. Yeah, you. Thought I forgot about you. Still hit hard. That's a slow swing. What? Okay, I expected them to at least get half health before running away, but... Okay, weird. Cross it off the list. You know, I wonder... Did she leave after I gave her that eyeball? Didn't check, I don't think. It looks like she's gone. Maybe we did check. Whatever. Okay, let's see here. Bring Wolf, Blade, Alexander. I do need to figure out what to do with Alexander. I don't know how to lube him up. I don't know if he wants me to use magic. But it didn't give me an option to use an item. So either I don't have what I need or it wants me to use something I don't do. Let's see here. Really? That's a little weird. That's a little strange, I think. Little obtuse for them. Even for them. Oh, you got me. Really parried me there. Alright, pothead. You want soap? You want some prawns? I'll just eat prawns behind him. You want some dried liver? These just coat my weapons. I mean, grease would make sense. Soap would make sense. But since when does this game bother making sense in anything that it does? Can't use the other things. Crafting shit, maybe. Some flaming pot. Okay. Let's go with this one. So I get real close and...
By the gods, you are a man of vision. This will have me as slippery as a toad. I have a good feeling about this, my friend. Right. Give me a good smack.
I don't know what mushroom has to do with the oil.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Alright, lubed up, buddy. Let's talk.
My thanks to you and your razor-sharp wits. Oh, as a token of my thanks, I'd like you to have this.
Thanks.
Oh, dearie me. I'm oilier than a toad. Yeah, there were countless oil jars back where
Oh,
I'm
is it?
from, actually.
I don't craft, like, anything, so
what
I
it's
don't
like to be
know.
one of them.
Great.
Yes, indeed. I too have a home, though it is one to which I have vowed not to return. So, I thought I might look out from atop the cliff. But as I drew closer and closer, pow, wouldn't you know it, I was perfectly stuck in that blasted hole. I can feel the warriors inside admonishing me for my mawkishness. To walk the path of champions, one cannot cleave to the
Geez,
past.
shit inside of him.
I'm headed to the Fiery Mount in the north. I can strengthen myself there without fear of cracking this vessel. I will forge myself anew in its flames. I'm headed to the... I can strengthen
good luck.
forge myself anew in its flames.
Alright, well, I guess he's handled for now. I wonder if he's going to be low on the mountain or high on the mountain. Is the big one? Big what? Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, let's just go check this lower lake really quick, just because it's easy to get to and it's a lot more consolidated to one spot. Yeah. I need to read what the hell that even is. I need to go and just like... I just need to do like a 2-hour stream of just reading item descriptions. I killed a lizard here earlier. It was a completely unremarkable fight. Another one of those big salamanders. Alright, well, I don't see him here. That's too bad. I was hoping. I could have sworn I saw a whole bunch of pot fellas off this direction when I was rounding the cliffside, exploring earlier. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, hello, bear. Yeah, this area wasn't particularly interesting. Came through, zoomed on by, hermit shack, bunch of goats. Gonna need thin beast bones. Whole bunch of these things, one of them things. Hermit village, just kind of that village full of demi-humans, I think they're called. Dumb humans. But also interestingly, this person. They are very crystallized. They gave me a spell when I clicked X on them. They didn't say anything, they just gave me a spell. Peculiar. Anyway. If I were a big pot fella, where would I be? What, dogs? What are you doing? Oh man. Just dropped more internet, or dropped more frames a little bit ago, it looks like. Spectre must be punishing me because they know I'm getting fiber tomorrow. Like, no, you can't switch from us. We've only been charging you $100 a month for less than fucking 100 upload. You can't leave at the first sign of competition. No, it's not fair. We've been putting in the bare minimum for years, and this is how you treat us. Okay, well. Is Pothead, like, in the manor? God. Did you come inside? Something tells me you wouldn't fit, pothead. So if you're in here, I'll be surprised. Hey, didn't I kill your clone out there, Edgar?
I always resented a pale that won't be the case. They'll be
I'm
down
confused.
the tale of...
That's definitely Edgar, isn't it? I got the eyeball from? Kill you. Well, I guess it's time now. Let's see. This guy, Blights, Wolf, Gowrie, Priest. Actually, let's go. No, never mind, never mind. Windmills, Keep. Oh yeah, I do have a random boss here on the front porch of the capital city. He looks like a boss. And I think Dung Eater told me to meet him in the moat. So I guess I'll go check that out too. Oh, what the fuck, where am I? Didn't remember that being up on a cliffside like that. Actually, I think Dung Eater might... Oh, never mind, never mind. Got the jump right here. I was going to say Dung Eater might be easier to get to, but... We got this. Well, that's still a ways up. Why are the dogs? What are you guys doing? Just go outside or something. Boy, howdy. Alright, this fella. Looked important. I think I'll just summon my Mimic here while he stares at me. Draconic Tree Sentinel. You don't look like a Tree Sentinel. Oh, that's a big stick. Compensating much? Oh, sound cut out. I just realized something else too. I think I forgot to reset the video feed before I got started, which means the sound may be fucked up to this point. Oh well. Anyway, here's another thing off the old list of things to do. Okay. Alright, Dung Eater. There is a way down over somewhere close to here. Already used that thing. The fuck am I? Complete opposite side of where I was trying to go. It's weird. They all not respawn? I killed 3 of those dudes on the way in, but I only see one of them up now. Alright, let's go make the shit eater eat shit. Who dat? Are you the fucking shrimp guy?
What are you looking at?
It's been a while.
You again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab. It's up fresh.
Hell yeah. Should probably know.
Mate, there's something I should probably tell
Ow!
you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me.
Okay.
Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
Wrap it up, man. I got a goddamn dragonfly to fucks with, apparently. Jesus. Where'd you come from? Why do you do the fucking death blight? Goddamn crabs. Oh shit. I have a lot of souls at the moment. Runes, as it were. I guess this is not the part of the moat I want to be in, maybe? Alright, well, let's, sealed tunnel. Can't remember if that was down in the moat. Found important stuff in the sealed tunnel as well. I found a couple things that seem important that I don't know what they are yet. Sealed tunnel in particular had one that seemed interesting. Couldn't tell you what it was. Was it Amber Starlight? Emerald silver that gives does a pale amber glow. Remains a passing flash of starlight. If the stars come out of fates, then amber-hued stars must come into the fate of gods. Such is the belief that inspired the use of star shards to prepare a most special draught. Maybe that wasn't it. Can't recall. Maybe it was some item. There's a lot of these offhands that look really important, but it's like, oh, they're just weapon things. Where were they? Yeah, these Golden Order seal and Erdtree seal. I was like, man, those look important, and they're just like weapons. Catalysts for spells. How the hell do I get out of this place? God, I can't remember what was in here, but like this place was secret walls upon secret walls in a cave, which was very abnormal. Okay, this is down in the moat. Good, good, good. Maybe I can find me some shade eater down here. Okay, wait, I gotta use my my runes first. Yeah, this region's pretty dang cool too. Alright, 55. 55 decks. We'll see what that does next level. That's the true cap for what I'm using. Alright. Is this where he told me to meet him? Mr. Shit Eater himself. Your stinky barnacle boys. They sure are farting back there. Slugs. I mean, it's no dung. I thought he said to meet me in the moat. Maybe it's a different moat? I don't know. He said to release his corporeal form or something or other. we could scrap in the moat. Maybe I have to find his corporeal body first. I wonder what these like red invader bodies even are, because now that I've seen Edgar's as well, and seen Edgar being fine elsewhere, and he mentions his actual body, and I've seen like, I think a copy of that one mage lady that sells you things. That's pretty dang vague, but the lady with the crystal head that I found way earlier on. And is Mr. Shitboy still in here? Yeah, he is. What's he say?
Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail.
Okay, I gotta free him from the jail
What
first.
can kill you and defile your corpse? Then the pox will truly be your own.
You know what? You kind of deserve whatever you get, probably, Mr. Shit Eater. Yeah, that lady, one who lives in there. Anyway, I think it's time to finally go back and talk to Granny with the dagger that I retrieved for her. And also her shitty assistant, who wants me to give medicine to someone I cannot find. Maybe he has tips. We'll see. Granny. Okay, that was weirdly non-receptive for a moment. Granny. Granny's buffet. You look well.
Ah, it was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
You, like, want it?
Ah, but before I leave, I shall entrust thee with this.
Oh, I know exactly where that goes.
My
In a while.
thanks for thy sterling efforts. A strange gift, perhaps. But a rare sort such as thee would welcome it, I'm sure. I am certain now. Fate steered us to our reunion. I must thank Torrent, too, for his part. You may leave now. It was but brief. But thou gavest me fine service. What is it? I, too, am to depart on a journey.
Okay. Nice knowing you. Jesus Christ, this horse. Don't want to go all the way down. It's so long. Alright. Let's go talk to that insufferable piece of shit assistant she's got. See if I fucked up his quest line and if I care at all. Hey, buddy.
I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? I have enough.
Alright, well, he's not helpful at all. Is, like, Granny gone now? He told me to go find her at the hold, I'm pretty sure, and she ain't there. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help him. Button, oh look. This is the weirdestly least receptive button in the game. Oh. Eat? Why? Well, she gone. Oh, I just had a thought. Random thought. How about where Fia went? That place where he fought Fia's weird companions and I didn't understand why. Yeah, the Prince of Death's throne. That seems like a pretty likely place for her to be. Maybe. Oh shit, there she is. Would you look at that?
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
I don't know.
You are an odd one. I am the guardian of those who live in death. They call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me?
Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit what you do. You seem nice. Nobody else is fucking nice to me in this goddamn world.
Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table
I have no
Hall.
idea.
But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwyn died, but another exists, and I must before my hands. Will you still let me hold you? Even then?
I mean, I guess. Because she thinks I'm enforcing the Golden Order or something. Which is weird because I think that's what the people with the 2 fingers and the round table pizza were all about. But like, she was there the whole time. I don't really know. Okay, well, it's been nice chatting with you, I guess. Anyway, we can go back here. Plug in that inverted tower thingy. Finally get to the top of this dang tower to activate the Great Rune from Renala. Not Granny. Oh, you got a cutscene, huh? Okay. So now I assume I can get to the top of this place? Oh. Oh, okay. It's, different in here now. Appears to be, upside down. You know what they say, downward and, onward or whatever. You know, I thought that these, windows were strange. Ooh, triple. Oh. The water is on the roof. 4 damage for landing on it. Ow. You damn dirty mage. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Oh my god, you little pansy ass. Yeah, you better put as much space between us as possible. I assume this isn't the exact same mage that I chased around this tower the first time. I didn't do that on stream, but it was quite annoying. As mages usually are. Vile creatures. Truly despicable. Yes, I get it. You have many minions to do your bidding, because you are pathetic. Yeah. Uh-oh, I'm out. You're such a good shot! Yeah! Alright. Lucidity. I'm not sure how much collision a lot of this shit's gonna have. It looks like a lot. Oh good. Enough to fuck everything up. That's the real answer. Nobody said it was gonna be good collision. What the fuck was that angle? I was holding forward and it tried to throw me off the cliff. Jank is the deadliest enemy in this game. Alright. I'm just gonna get a running jump off this thing because walking along the chandelier ain't right. Still almost slid off there. Oh good, a firefly. This game sure knows how to reward my exploration. A dried liver. Delicious. Yep. Take me wherever we're going. Who made this fucking place? And why? Alright, set up now. The power of cutscene. We've righted ourselves. What's up? It's fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Godskin. Alright, fine. These are fast-moving spells. Alright, buddy. You had a good run. Nice Godskin clothes. Just what I always wanted. Is God some sort of lizard? Is that what I'm getting here? Fucking reptilians, I knew it. Wake up, sheeple! The reptilians want to control us with their golden order. Two-fingered reptilians. Woo! Nice view. There's a random tower out there. Just in the water? Is that it right there? Good here. Oh boy. Ooh, there's an item here. Isn't there usually like big dead fingers here? Curse Mark of Death. Stargazer heirloom. Seems important. How do I activate the rune? Okay, let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody was just looking for this. My god, that was like 30 minutes ago tops. Who the fuck was it? Who was looking for this? Oh my god. Okay, okay. Christ. This just happened. Was that Ranny looking for this thing? Curse mark of death, the thing that looked like a centipede. Curse mark, covered in the discarded flesh of Ranny the Witch, also known as the half-wheel wound of the centipede. It was Fia. Oh. What? Oh, yeah. Curse mark was carved at the moment of death of the first demigod and should have taken the shape of a circle. However, 2 demigods perished at the same time, breaking the curse mark into 2 half-wheels. Ranny was the first of the demigods whose flesh perished, while the Prince of Death perished in soul alone. Sounds contrived. Alright, Fia. Shit just makes its rules up as it goes. Give curse mark of death. I'll just look it up and read it. Elden Ring. Rodgier, I think it's spelled. Rodgier, whatever. Yeah, you're spelling it so wrong I can't even find it. Rush, yeah, okay, with an E. No D, E instead of A. Needed Godric, corpse under Stormvale. Okay, yeah, I found that blood stain of his and that big ass corpse under Stormvale way earlier. Misshapen corpse under Stormvale, that's a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot. As that famed night of assassination is known, it happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, Black Blade. Bitter Night, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwin the Golden. It was first recorded the death of a demigod in all history. It became the catalyst, Soon the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. Once wished to become a scholar, you see, he spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The word is going round crooked, and even if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. Nothing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. Urge utmost caution, don't disturb the corpse more than necessary. If you give him the black knife print, which I don't know why it wouldn't let me. This is a black knife print. I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall a conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the dead were signs of the Eternal City. A group entirely of women arrayed in armor and silver undercloaks which fooled the eye. The knives that wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death through the Sinister Rite. Please, I beg of you, lend me the knife print for a time. I'd love nothing more than to tease out its secrets. Only a fragment of a very specific ritual had to be performed to impart power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the one who performed the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body's been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me. Well, I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. This person orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani, one of the children born to King Consort Radagon, and his first wife Renala, demigod and sister to General Radon and Praetor Rykard. He was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly you have my thanks, but if I might be so bold, I'd like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted the fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of the destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I'd like you to procure it for me, and then all will be laid bare. I have the answers I have sought for so long. What do you want? A curse mark? I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know those who live in death? The very notion of it, the death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged, but truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. Live in death? You mean like me? Tarnished? You know. Offense procured, but discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the order. Yeah, basically they're just saying Renala or not Renala. I don't know what the fuck. I guess they just use the death rune that apparently you can just do that with to imbue their powers or something. And then Granny was the one who orchestrated killing Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Or Little Princess Granny. And the King Consort, Radigan and his wife Renala. Sister to Radon and Reichard. Consort Radigan and his first wife Renala. Just like a bunch of royalty who were also demigods or something. I don't know. I don't know how anybody's fucking related. None of this shit makes any sense. Okay. Yeah, I found a family tree and it barely clears anything up. And I don't even know if it's accurate. It doesn't help that they name their kids like 3 different things and then just change the letters a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's George R.R. Martin's doing. Give it.
This is the other Hallowbrand. How did you... Oh, my utmost thanks. With this, Godwyn can take his rightful place as first of the dead and claim a second, illustrious life. You are our true champion. And though I can't be of any use to you, can I hold you tight? If only for a moment.
Oh shit. Radiant Balchin's blessing.
I will soon lay with Godwyn, and it will surely stir within me the new life of the Golden Prince, and first dead of the demigods, as the rune of those who live in death. Please, do one thing for me. Brandish this child, my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming our Elden Lord. I will soon to conceive. Brandish my rune. Stay the by becoming.
Okay. Will do. Are you gonna give me something? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I will soon to conceive my brandish my rune.
Brandish my rune.
Stay the by
Do you not
becoming.
have the rune? I thought you were gonna give me a rune. How do I brandish a rune if I don't have your rune? What do you mean rune? Runes seem to just be fucking random plot devices to these people. Like, oh, they just use the rune of death to give power. Oh, get my rune, collect these runes, get this great rune, and you can use this door. Like, what? Come on, people. These runes just do everything? None of y'all make any sense. Okay, I guess, I don't know. I guess we're done here. I have no fucking clue. And I suppose Ranny's still missing. Yeah, I think that's what they just said in that dialogue from What's-His-Face that I couldn't get because he decided to moan at me instead of talk. Yeah. Hey Roger, you still brain dead? Oh no, you're just regular dead now. Oh hey, a letter. Forgot to tell you, but it seems D has a younger brother. He lies deep sleep the aqueduct behind the eternal city of Nokron, as he stood before the Prince of Death beyond that spot. Yeah, Godwin, who might, I don't even know where in the family tree he falls. Godwin might actually be, like, Godric's grandpa or something, according to some other thing we've seen. Hey, Roger, what garbage you have? Nothing. Yeah, and that's the one at the very beginning. They're like, oh, the first demigod died on the night of the Black Knives or something like that. I've got this key item that I was supposed to show to Roger, but he just went ahead and died before I could give it to him. One of the Knights of Black Knives stole a fragment of death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and imbued its power into the Assassin's Daggers. This mark is evidence of the ritual and hides the truth of conspiracy. Yeah, I don't know. Where's your, like, foster daughter at, dude? Alright, and with that, I have no goddamn clue where to go next. That was kind of all my loose ends. Maybe I can find a hothead over here. I'm pretty sure that said it was not Godric's Godwin. Godric is the grafted. Not whatevs. Godric is the guy you fight. Alexander, are you over here for some reason? Mr. Pot. Oh yeah, I shared a family tree to Sean and it still was just... I'm not even sure it's completely accurate yet because the lore is presented so goddamn cryptically that it's really hard to put together an actual tree. I'm not seeing that stupid pot anywhere over here. Y'all seen any big sentient pots? Anyone? Maybe he's like over in the main area or something. Yeah, which she thinks is tied to resurrecting her daughter for question mark reason. Yeah. I bet this big dumb pot fella's down here on the road somewhere. Maybe in a building. I think that's a different family tree than I've seen too. Because that one seemed to imply that Godwin was the child of Godfrey and his child was a different god something. And that their kid was Godric. And then there's that M name too that's just as bad. Like Melania, I don't even know. Melania Trump. I don't know. It's definitely some Martin shit. This game honestly seems like it's more obtuse in its storytelling than even Dark Souls and Bloodborne are. In part because the names are such a clusterfuck. Pothead. I don't know where this pot asshole's even gonna be. I don't think that's the one I was thinking of. Big fella, you seen a big pot around here? Are you in this little cage pot? No. Alright. I don't care anymore. What? Oh. Hello. I guess. I would love to know how to get to the other side of this shit, but I did check with Ronnie. She's not there anymore. Any reason to go to this third tower yet? Perhaps an unsealed door? Because that sounds just like a thing obtuse enough to do. Why would you look at that? With zero indication, they've decided to unlock the door. boy. Witch clothes. And this is just, it's a little bit more unguided than even something like, you know, Morrowind, where you'd get quest descriptions and have to, like, actually read them to figure out where to go. This game is just like, eh. You don't even get that. No waypoints, no descriptions, no indication that there's anything to be done whatsoever. Just figure it out. Oh, would you look at that? We're at the place that I was just saying I wanted to figure out how to get to. Miniature Renai. Granny. That's pretty goddamn dumb, not gonna lie. Dollars in like Randy the Witch. From head to toe, every detail is perfect. Unresponsive doll seems pleasantly cool. Is that like her straight up body? Or she freed herself? Don't recall. Also, there were so few of them by comparison that it's hardly an issue. Yep. Statue of America, but why? Jesus, this guy's moving like molasses. Oh, one of those things, huh? Shoot me! Not this time, bitch! Okay. Bonk. 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 His name's right there. It's nameless. That's his first name. Godwin. Godwin the Great. Scorned by God for siding with the Gwynns. The Godwin. Well, that was a fun backstab fest. I ride my horse yet? Come on. these guys to Pound Town. Yeah, but the difference is definitely that there's like a dozen of them in this game. The whole damn family tree is like a variation of 3 names, I swear. Yeah, but at least I understand the difference between the demigods and the special tarnished. I rewatched some of the like opening cinematic and story trailers. We cleared a bit up. Oh god, that's the madness? That's weird. Did you stop? Okay. Alright. Now's my chance! What's this guy doing here? Ready to get stabbed in the back? Or ass, I guess, as it looked. How many times do I gotta teach you this lesson, old guys? Clayman ashes. Shit piles. Hey, you know what? Had enough of you guys. Oh boy, water slide? Boy, oh boy. Ants! Ant-Man! DQ? Yeah, I'd take one of those drinks. You know the one. DQ something different. And by different, I mean the same thing I get every time. It just sounds like somebody with like a speech impediment trying to say a name. Greenfirth. I don't know, man. Can't pick your name, but maybe it's time to figure out how. I don't know. What? Oh, it's one of them head-pounded ones. Uh-oh. Headphone falling out. Oh no! Bug! Oh my god, you little shit. Now, there has been a bug flying around the room. I don't know what the fuck it is or where it came from, but... Let me use my fucking horse. Fuck you, game. And stupid underground music is so boring. I think by and large, the music is just way less memorable in this game compared to previous games. Maybe it's because you just don't get stuck grinding one boss for so long in this game. And so, like, none of the music really sticks. Or maybe it's because most of the bosses share boss music because they reuse so many bosses. Oh man, it's Squirtin' Bug. Alright, you asshole ant. Move your big stupid head. Blue doof? Mistakes were made is what happened. Oh great, are we coming up on the rot swamp? Stella, Eternal City. Well, this place is lovely, at least. Still won't let me horse. Oh, wait a minute. I'm like super way earlier. Gotta go up there. Because I was trying to figure out how to get up there ages ago. There's just a lot of stuff they refuse to sell online. For the longest time, they didn't sell the drink I like either. They don't sell sundaes online, which sucks. So motherfucker, you're Dairy Queen. You sell ice cream. Get off your damn high horse and give me some fucking ice cream. Wing of Astle. Alright, let's see what Mr. Ass is all about. Sword fashioned from the delicate wing to suffused with the magic of the stars. Strong attack, unleash waves of enchanted light, crafted from a relic of natural born of the void, who is said to have assailed the Eternal City. Dairy Queen does not serve soft serve on DoorDash or Uber Eats. No. Only if you go to them. For no goddamn reason. Okay. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, pretty much anything with soft serve in it, aside from, like, this one drink that I get, is completely unavailable in their app. I guess maybe they do milkshakes still. I'm not sure. Fuck, there's a dude riding an ant? No, we both had a good run, I guess. Why don't I get to ride my thing here? Is Tarn, like, scared of this place? Hey, man. Ladies can be dudes, too. Jeez. Yeah, don't dude discriminate. Silver Tear Husk. Well, the stars sure are thick in this particular location. Cosmos. Why? Here they are. Return of the snails. They're pretty cool. I do like the snails. Particularly like how they're always real easy to kill. Like a total non-threat. This cart gotta be kidding me. Hey, man.
Why do they have teeth?
They're an annoyance if I let them be. Be like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you while you try to fight other things. Get out of here. Yeah, you. Yeah. I don't recall a snail boss. Did I? I don't recall. If I did them, would they have dropped like the spirit summoning of a snail or something? No? Do you know what they did drop? I could see if I've done them that way. And if I haven't done them, tell me where to go. I've been super thorough to my best ability, but... and then some. Fuck your coffins. I'm gonna go back down before I head back up. Glintstone Sorcerer. Okay. imagine it's like one of these ones. Did you read the description of this one? That was so funny. Spirit of a nobleman who was asked to be given a place at right, Lacarra to learn glintstone sorceries. His talents are insufficient to be worthy of donning the stone crown. However, he is only capable of using the most rudimentary sorcery. Very funny. Glintstone sorcery, yeah. I must have. It's not stood out to me very much. Unless I just gotten plowed. I don't know. Maybe if they wouldn't make so much of a mess just by moving. You know? Somebody's gotta clean that shit up. And they ain't doing it. They don't got hands. It's just like your dogs. Shitting everywhere. Not cleaning it up. Okay, who's got the bow? You're very funny. The silver, the mercury blobs. Alright, ant. Oh, you're alive. Okay. The ants are weird. A weird inclusion, to be honest. Alright, you bastards. What the fuck, you got shields? This is bullshit. Those are the ladies of the Black Dagger underground cave dwelling Neanderthal women. I don't know what they are. I can't remember exactly what their place in the world is, but I want to say that they like opposed Raya Lucaria or something, or maybe that's just the other ones. I don't know. There's so many little micro factions. It's hard to follow. What? Let me sort out. What the hell? Alright, I've killed a lot of goons and they still ain't letting me mount up. Why is this area not count as outdoors? It's too big. This looks like a great place to walk off a cliff and die. Yep, sure is. Come a little closer. There we go. All right, all right. The big ductus. The hell? I've been down there. That's where I fought that boss way earlier. Tree! Wait, how do I get up there? Yeah. Seems to me like a bunch of them like got unfucked when I moved on a little bit. Is this gonna lead me up finally? No, this, I don't know where this will go. Wait, is this gonna go like down? Oh no. Well, at least there's another one of these down here. Well, I don't feel as though I've finished exploring up, so we'll return up. Oh, hell yeah. So Celestial Mountain Dew. So my sins can be forgiven once more. It's the Baja Blast of the stars. That's what they should call the big boom. The big bang. The Baja Blast. I want up there. I see. Guess I can continue butchering the slimes. Yes, yes. Stop it. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Maybe they're primordial albinarics, narcs. Or something. Goop from another time. Slimes from the Silver Order. Everybody likes bees. Tinderbacks. Glove work. I'm just glad there seems to be like a distinct lack of centipedes by comparison to Sekiro. You know? I'm sure they talk about some centipedes, but that was like Sekiro's whole business. Fortune built on centipedes. In the box, is it? Oh my god, it was. Whoopsie! Ant skull plate. Good shield. Oh boy. Oh god.
Jacqueline is approaching!
Oh shit! The Lady of Ice Cream cometh. Alright, my work here's done. Oh no, these ones aren't zapping out. I kind of love these guys. Kind of giving me vibes like this. Oops. Centibears. Barapedes. Draconian Barrelophods or something. Barrelophods. Pods. Ugh. Some things aren't just meant to not be combined. Oh, thank you. The fuck did they do to it? Why is it green on top? Pink drink, but it's green on one side. That's sus. Very sussy.
Maybe it's the kiwi flavor. Here's
Yeah.
a straw. Wait, did they only give us...
I don't need a spoon now. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the green. Can I have a napkin?
Oh.
Please!
Have you earned a napkin?
Please! Thank you. Maybe. I just want the one. I just need to clean the rim of the cup.
Bad. Wanted one, now you have two. Deal with it.
Forcing napkins down my throat. Alright, what is this nasty green part? It's like milk. It's not even green, it's white, but it contrasts with the pink so much that it kind of looks green. It's just like sweet, like kind of thin, soft serve, I think. Just like ice cream. Maybe just milk, I don't know. I hope it ain't green milk. Yeah. Nice. Peanut busted these nuts. Alright. Here we are on the high road. Any other buggers on the rooftops? Your lore significance? Huh? Is this the back door? Can I enter here? Okay. God, like, I really like these areas, but the music is so bland. Beater. Yeah, for sure. The, I don't know. I end up getting Bloodborne music stuck in my head when I'm getting hyped to play the game again. Which is just like not exactly what you want, I guess, but like I know the music department's got it in them, but I don't know. Maybe I just need more time with this one. The fuck? Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, you're one of these, huh? Ow. Okay, alright. Great. What the fuck? How's that my fault? Doot, doot. Yes, of course. One of the areas I've spent the least amount of time in because there's so little side content by comparison. Should have done it better. Faster. Where the fuck are the stairs again? And I'm so lost. Oh, right, I know where I am. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Oh! Oh! missed my horse. Why won't they let me use my horse here? This looks like horse territory, but no. This is the wrong one. Yeah. Grafting. Yeah. Yeah. Graftric? God graft? Oh, okay, guys, whatever. My use of silver. Did I go in here? I did not. Is it safe to go in here? Ish. But he did it to put himself in the position of power. Not to power up his goons. He's the grafted him. Why would you put it there? What? Grab it, damn you. Is this fine? Great Glyph Hort. Okay. Guess I'm dead. Or I just live inside the marble from now on. Yes. Become one with the marble to defeat the marble. I said serious deja vu. I feel like that happened before. Oh Lord, he coming. I found his weakness. A doorway. Epic enemies. These are my favorite enemies. Marbles. The albino people? The Aldnarics? I don't think so. Maybe? Is this where, like, the not fucked up ones live? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think so. They're just pale because they live in caves. Not because they're mutants, artificial humans. Marbles. Expecting to get ganked by a marble anytime now. A lovely corridor. Surely it's safe. And actually completely useless. Okay. Does not open. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried for a moment I was going to have to do some rooftop platforming again. I hate how one direction those are. I hear there is a bug in this game where some enemies are invisible when they're not supposed to be. Excuse me? I see you up there, Marble. And slimes. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I don't have any knives. Come on down, Marble. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. Are they infinite? Coming from the marble? Alright. Is that what the marble is? Just a coagulation of these slimes? Too bad, bitches. You have been defeated. Just want to kill one of the zappy ones. There we go. Ugh. We done? It's just you now? We good, bro? We good? Alright, man. I'll see you later, bro. Slime, bro. Oh, that's weird. Oh, shit. I didn't walk around the door. Is there anywhere to walk around? No. I mean, kind of, but not really. This is looking intimidating. Also, I want to go down to that tree. Why am I so high up? Damn it. Is this the Church of Marble? I'm here for worship. Uh-oh. I don't know what you're turning into, but I don't trust it. You're turning into weirdos. Spread the good word of the marble. Are you a blasphemer against the marble cult? You sure were. There better be a marble in here. Oh shit, it's round. Isn't that a key item? Sure looked like a key item, but is that another one that's like technically a weapon or some dumpy poo-poo? Oh, I see. It's a talisman. Okay. Nobody cares about your dirty talismans. Increases. Oh, that said increases memory loss. I was like, that's fucked up. Fucking Alzheimer mirror over here. Gotta go around and collect all the corner poops. Slime turds. If y'all could give me a side of grace, it'd be fantastic. How about an elevator? Taking me down to Gracetown. Yeah, you know, my head's not doing perfect either. No migraine for sure, but something in my eyes. These sinuses, all these damn weather changes. It's warm as hell today. And then it became really cloudy. And then we got lots of rain coming Monday, apparently. Finally, the tree. My destiny. I think that's two seeds. Yep. And, you know, since I was far enough, I went and watched Vadi videos, or Vadi, whatever they're called. Analysis of stuff that he found in the playtest, since obviously the playtest was much earlier stuff. He had some interesting theories and thoughts about the underground society that I thought seemed plausible, but obviously he had far from the full picture back then. Still, I think once I'm done with this game, well, I'm gonna have to wait for him to beat this game. He's gonna be on this game for a while because he's going at a very slow pace and doing things cinematically, and yeah, I'm looking forward to his analysis of the game, and then maybe once somebody else has explained the game to me adequately, then maybe I'll start another playthrough and really enjoy it. Not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just I feel like right now the story's presentation leaves so much to be desired to me. This game is feeling like an 8 out of 10. But I feel like once I grasp what's really going on, I feel like it could still easily be a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. Like I consider Sekiro and Bloodborne. But at the same time, I still feel like, I mean, obviously I'm not done still, but I feel like the open world aspect of it and the less linearity of it kind of does damage to the game's, I guess, natural structure and, I don't know. I feel like it skews the challenge in a way that doesn't quite work to its advantage. And gosh, I don't even know how to phrase it. It's really hard to arrive at a boss at precisely the right time and level. You know? The bosses are either tremendously difficult, you come back later, and they're complete pushovers. Like, that it just doesn't have that same satisfaction of beating a boss in the rest of the Souls-like games. And on top of that, the open world, while being really cool, like I love running around the world and finding these caves, but I mean, at some point you start to realize all these catacombs and caves start to look the same. And I don't know. I'm still organizing my thoughts, obviously, but currently I'm not entirely sure if this game is going to surpass Bloodborne and Sekiro to me. Well, I'm not really sure what to do with my stats now. I mean, this still gives me a little damage, but I started putting some into int, but to like maybe use some of the int weapons, but I'm gonna have to put so much more into int for that to even be worthwhile ever, I think. Maybe at this point I start putting points into mind just to get more FP and stats, I guess. What, just for the defenses? I see. So the bleed effect will do more damage if I have it points in arcane, even if it's not represented anywhere on this sheet. Yeah, and it's weird because it's like, I actually think this game has a lot more to it than most open world games. I don't think this game feels necessarily empty, even by comparison to, I mean, so many other games fill it with like just these horrible fetch quests and towers and looking points, and I feel like this game's open world is vast, but more, how do I phrase this? More deliberate, I guess, in its designs. I don't know. It's dense with a lot of things to discover, but the things to discover aren't necessarily that exciting, and I guess that's another thing I kind of miss from Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that, where I felt like my exploring was really rewarded with unique and cool items, and a lot of the time in this game it's just like a smithing stone, or flowers, or smoldering butterflies. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm just going to be using my katanas until I get a better katana. So, I don't know. Mind. More decks. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say, because, like, I think this game's actually got one of the best open worlds, just thinking about the other, like, people at the top. Like, Breath of the Wild is pretty damn empty, all things considered. It's just extremely dense with micro puzzles, I guess, which is a whole different type of thing, but it's also kind of bland to look at in a lot of places. I don't know. I'm going for days about it. Fuck it. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely littered with stuff, but not all of it's necessarily good and interesting. But, yeah. I really like the legacy dungeon areas of the game, but by the time I eventually get to them, I'm way too strong for them. And it's disappointing when you finally get to those big epic bosses. Oh boy. Ants. No, these aren't ants. These are buttsilists. I kind of wish, like, maybe if there was a... Like, imagine if there was a mechanic, right, where there's, like, still grace guiding you places, but, like, the guiding light kind of illuminates kind of a rough area that's around your level. Like, and the light gradually spreads and, like, erases a fog of war, essentially, from the map that kind of alludes to where you should be going. And if it's, like, fully clear, then it's like, well, yeah, you're well enough ready for this. Like, not necessarily direct guidance, but something that kind of... Oh, God, here we go. Something that kind of gets you on the right track at the right time. I don't know. It's a hard thing to tackle in a game like this where no other game really has such a robust leveling system in an open world that so dramatically affects the difficulty that it's like either the bosses needed some sort of scaling or you needed more guidance to get to the right place at the right time. But then again, I think that's also its own strength, where it's like, for people that aren't necessarily used to the difficulty of a Souls game, being able to come and do something when it's easy is a huge plus. So it's not so simple, I guess. Yeah. Love the freedom, but I also wish I was reined in a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, man, what the hell? We're out of the Baja Blast into the Code Red now? Shit. Get out my celestial dew. Oh, you guys hear that sound stutter, or was that just on my end? It was weird. I've been having that in this game in particular. Lake of Rot. Yeah. Oh, good. Just looking at this area makes me want to quit for the night. Map, Lake of Rot. Dude, this rot debuff is horrible. I did an abandoned cave over in Caelid earlier, and that was enough. Like, it's an unenjoyable experience being in this shit. The horse. Was that the one? Maybe. It was literally called Abandoned Cave, I think. I think it was that one that I had to drop down, like, on the wall of that ravine to get into. That I took one look at when I first found it and just left. Huh? Oh, hello. This blight hits so hard. Where's my horse? Why is Torrent so lazy? But is it good? Or is it yet another int scaling one? What are you doing here, dude? Immunizing Horn Charm. What do you mean? Greatly raises immunity, huh? I don't know enough about anything to know if that's worth using. Story of my life playing this game. Does it reduce the build-up speed? Does it reduce the damage? Or all of the above? Neither? Something? Just build-up? Okay. That's not as good as I would hope. I'm thinking, sadly. Because I feel like it building up is an inevitability here. The fuck? Am I supposed to raise a bunch of these platforms and make a thing, I guess? Yeah, well, I guess I need to go back and rest now. I want to ride my horse, man. I hate it here. But is it gone? Or was I that far away? Oh. Well. I suppose then. Just both? Nope, can't. Okay. That's not slowed down at all! Jesus! Oh. Well, that's not confusing at all, right? But for the first one, didn't seem to do shit. Who discovers resistance to sleep at night? Poison and rot. Whatever, man! This sucks. Fuck you, Miyazaki. Nope, not that. Miyazaki, you swine. Well. He didn't actually say this is his favorite, right? He just likes swamps, right? Because if this is actually his favorite, I, can't jive with this. Yeah. Devil worshipping son of a bitch. Miyazaki, the director at From Software of all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, etc. This game. He loves poison swamps, and this is like the ultimate. Can't tell if there's like an actual corner there or if that's just the fog being funny looking. Yeah, well, there's actually kind of a corner there. Alright, back to the start. Yeah, right. Son of a bitch. He's just the worst. Okay, so where the hell have I explored at this point? Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging. Already been over there. More to the left. Like over here? Right, definitely. Yeah. You mean like this way? Yeah, right. Soothing. Later, dude! See you soon, hopefully. Here's a button. Alright. Got more ground. Does the map get updated with the ground? The fuck is this, actually? Oh god, here we go. Bro. Come on, man. Yeah, waist deep for him. My, having rot to start that fight's pretty bad, actually. Leave me, frogs. No! No! I have to like reactivate the button every time. What's going on here? She's gone. Oh no, there he is. This area is big and I hate it. Yeah, just E's and oboes. Yeah, come over here. Here you go. I don't think I need this guy, but I don't feel like playing in this area anymore. What? Did you get out of the poop? Oh! Hey. Thanks for coming over here, buddy. No! Get me out of here! Wasn't that great. Dragon Scale Blade. Nice, dude. Oh, that's a katana? Oh, so it is. Fascinating. Did not look like a katana. Looks like a horrible little place to be. Let's check it out. What you guys gardening here? Anything? No? Really? Why? I thought for sure, pile that many dudes in a room, they're guarding something, but no. Is it like good bee or average bee? Is that a special weapon? Scales with the better stones that I've never used, or? Nice. I know a later boss drops one as well. And I wonder if it's better or... Mushroom crown? Another mushroom item, huh? Oh, shit. Ah, gotcha. I see. So probably not worth, like, holding out for. Oh, it's so small. Alright, I can't do that here. Okay, so where was I? Go. Get me out of here. Let's see. So, how does New Game Plus work in this game? Do you keep everything you found, or does it like just take your key items? Does it keep your spells? If only they'd invented something like a plus sign or a minus sign. Okay, that's what I thought. So when you say your second playthrough, are you doing New Game Plus but just respect? Or... No? Let's see. I can't even imagine wanting to replay the whole game. I don't know. I guess. It's a big game. Only. It's almost a third. It's probably closer to a... Yeah, no, that's almost a third of what I have on this save, right? Oh, no, I got 70, so, yeah. Few hours short of a third. That's a long time to spend on a second save. Big room. Doesn't look like I can get anything over there. I'll check behind, I guess. If they're real sadistic about this. Never know. This place isn't even like difficult or interesting. It's just a chore. This is just an unpleasant place. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Grand Cloister. I see more red goo down there. That's fun. Yeah. There's a lot you can't go back for, like, pretty early on, honestly. Seems like there's a lot of stuff that can kind of, like, correct itself as you progress, but there are, yeah, definitely some things. Just want to make sure I'm done here. Oh, oh. Okay. So I've been right there. Yeah. What's up? Oh, okay. Let me heal. Can't backstab this guy, huh? Alabaster Lord Sword. Oh yeah, that's a good point. How would you get back up here? That's a one-way elevator, huh? I don't think there's anything else up here. Well, guess that's it. Head on over to the round table. Or the round table pizza right quick. Here, buddy.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Dragon Scale Bleed. You good? Done it. Wait a minute. So can I not... I can't... So with special weapons, you can't change them to, like, keen or whatever. I've never used a special weapon, so... Okay. 227 plus 257. So it's slightly better, I guess. So sad, finally getting rid of my first weapon. Well, not getting rid of, but finally using two weapons that aren't my starting weapon. Well, I will say, even though it's slightly stronger, I kind of want to keep using my other one on my main hand just for the reach. It's like, look at that, man. That's a big difference. Yeah, true. I mean, I'll see what it's like, but that reach is pretty big.
Back already, no matter.
Oh, let's see. I mean, it's kind of neat. It's like a strike and then like a lingering bonus effect, but I like the lunge a lot, and I like the range of the other sword. That's not a long bonus effect. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's fine. We're fine. Also, that's actually pretty expensive as far as FP cost. Look like I can use that one maybe 3 times compared to like... I don't even know how many times. FP 25 versus 16, yeah. Ace Lightning Sword, yeah. Yep. I think it makes more sense to use this long one. Plus, it's from my bloody finger, bro. Bloody finger hunter. Excuse me. Bug people. But you're sea bugs. I love the rod. What is that? Okay. Hello. What? Why? Can't even stand up before I die. Got the items though. But why? Yeah. Yeah. Not to be confused with the other tree spirits that are by the trees. Like weird root monsters. Most of them are corrupted as fuck. Seems like. Ugh. I hate fighting these guys. Well, I gotta go get my dang souls. And kill that tree monster. And I don't want these guys shooting me in the back while I'm doing that. It's only like 14,000 or something, but either way, I want to kill that tree thing. And that ain't happening while these guys are shooting me. I have to come over yonder. So why does Scarlet Rock continue to build up when you're, like, not in it? Am I dead? Not quite. I see. And that's what the soap is for. Really? Yep. Oh, thank goodness he forgot about me. Huzzah! Oh, nice. Shrimps. Oh good, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I should have known that by now, but they're so infrequent that it doesn't really connect the dots. Oh, it's that double swing. I don't think I've left any of them alive thus far. Nice. Cap on flasks? Let's see. So I'm either one or two away. And then I have to switch to having at least one FP flask. That looks like a conspicuous coffin to me. Okay, yes it is. Noted. Did you lie to me? Oh, I see. You were noping about something else. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Just Scorpion's stinger. Yeah, right. Dagger fashioned from a great scorpion's tail, glistening with scarlet rod, a ceremonial tool used by heretics, crafted from the relic of a sealed outer god. The fuck does that mean? A sealed outer god. You can't just make lore up like this as you go. You're winging at Miyazaki. I'm on to you. Seals are adorable. Ah, and this is some wetness I can get behind. Thank goodness it's over. If it were any bigger, that would be a real contender for one of the worst zones in any Souls like. So good on him for ending it while it was early. However, I will say, it was not as laggy as Blighttown, so props for that, I guess. Very low bar to clear. Oh yeah, non-stop hidden basilisks. And maybe have those bug guys up on pedestals shooting missiles at you the entire time. Excuse me, shrimp guys. Yeah, I see it, but... Huh. Well, yeah, unless I wanted to go, like, spend my runes on something so I don't have to pick them up on every attempt. Or, you know, refill my damn flasks. Oh. Well, since they're not giving me a chance to refill anything, I'm just gonna spear it up right away. That's neat, at least. Oh, that's pretty delayed. Why space bug? What is that? Oh. Oh! Great. Now I have to do that thing I talked about and get my runes every single time. Unless they put them outside the door because they're cool and nice people, right? Of course not. Oh my god, the one time they actually remember exactly where I died, and it's like a fucking mile away. That's my hang time. Okay. Guess you can just double tap. Get him, clone. Fuck am I? Where's the compass when you need it? Hello? There they are. The only time I ever want the compass is when it's not visible. Ugh. Alright. Remembrance of the Natural Born. The what now? Well, that was neat. Can make me run all the way back. Christ. Give me my horse! The hell is that? Seal. $120. Ah, my nose. Don't want to sneeze. You cannot proceed without a ring of oath. Well then. Weird. Have I been to all of the underground areas now? No, there does seem to be some black stuff up here too. Never mind, never mind. I think that means there's more. I guess I'm leaving now. Back to the hold or something. There it is. Remembrance of the Natural Born. Remembrance of Astel, natural born of the void, hewn into the Erd tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. A form star born of the lightless void far away. Once it destroyed an eternal city and took away their sky. A falling star of ill omen. Oh yeah? Neat flow. That's a cool looking flail. Bastard stars.
Now go full.
Yeah. Buddy, you still dead in here? Oh, you're just gone now. Who cleaned him up? Maybe we talk about that next time. Started late, and I've gone late. Made it to 4 hours somehow, but, think I might call it here for the night. That was some good progress and lots of things done.